Krzysztof. You talked to Summer.
Yeah. You know who you are.
Curtis, can you hear me?
I can. You want me to start things off?
Yes, please.
All right. Krzysztof, how's it going? This is Curtis Calhoun here with MMA News. My first question for you, well, it's not really a question to start off, but welcome to the PFL. What have been your impressions of the PFL from the outside and during your time in the UFC? And what are your thoughts on the format?
I thought is a very good organization, and I think the MMA community needs organization like PFL, because I think in the market can be only one organization who say what to do to everybody, you know what I mean? So now the fighters can fight not only in the UFC but also in the PFL and different organization, and also make good money.
Fighting at light heavyweight, obviously, it's got to be great for you in terms of not worrying as much about the weight cut. Talk to us a little bit about that in terms of how big that is for you during your camp to not worry as much about the weight cut and more on your skills.
Yeah, I was not worried all camp about my weight, and I don't worry even right now. I eat right now like a two breakfasts, and I'm still on the weight, so I feel great with this.
Were you surprised by how your UFC tenure came to an end, or kind of talk to us a little bit about how that all played out from your perspective?
One more time?
I was just asking, were you surprised by how your time with the UFC ended, or how did that all play out with the promotion?
Yeah, I was a little bit surprised because I have a 4-win streak and then I just lose one fight, and they don't want to give me another contract. So I was a little bit surprised. But after I finished with the UFC, I was like 95%, 99% sure I be here in the PFL. So I was straight back to training and building the muscle for 205.
Thank you for the time. Appreciate it.
Kyle Diamond.
Hi, Krzysztof. Kyle from VMTV. As a guy that's competed in the UFC for such a long time, how highly do you rate your opponent for your PFL debut, Will Fleury?
What? I don't hear him good.
How highly do you rate Will Fleury?
Will Fleury is, I think, like a karate style guy from, I think, Conor McGregor gym. He have a record 11-3 or 10-3. He's not that experienced. He don't fight tough people like I fought. But of course, he's a big, powerful guy, and I think it'll be a good, hard fight.
With debuting in the PFL after spending such a long time in the UFC, does it add kind of an extra excitement for you, this kind of fresh start?
Exactly how you say. For me, it's like a new life, fresh excitement, a new organization, and I'm so happy to be here with the PFL.
Perfect. Thanks, mate.
Patrick.
Hi, Krzysztof. This is Patrick McCoy from Combat Sports UK. How are you doing today?
Very good, thank you.
Good to hear. How excited are you, to step onto a new stage, a new group of fans even? There's UFC fans, but I think hardcore fans really love the PFL. Are you excited to show your skills on a new platform?
I'm super excited for this Saturday, and I promise you, I show my ice skills and all mixed martial arts on this fight.
And what are the biggest differences you've experienced just in the fight week alone from the UFC to the PFL?
What is the difference? I think, my opinion, even PFL have a little better treats the fighters. We have a nice food here. A lot of people work here, so everything is like perfect.
One last question then. What's your favorite thing of food on the PFL fighter table?
Today?
Yeah, today, yeah.
Today I see very nice fish there and some candy. I can eat candy because I'm not that big, so.
Great to hear. Good luck on Saturday, my friend.
Thanks.
Jonathan.
Jonathan Rumlicon, 5 Revision Sports. Krzysztof, you said you were 99% sure that you were going to join the PFL after leaving the UFC. What were the thoughts coming into that decision?
Because I was even I was fighting the UFC, I was watching and follow the PFL. I really like it. I really like it's a season, so you have a planning fights for all year, and this for me is like very nice because I can plan all my year for the training for the fight. So this is awesome.
Now, you talked about planning for up to four fights in the season. How is that different versus just planning or having a fight camp for one fight?
Was different because I don't know when I have fight next. So after fight, I was usually make a month's break. So I was fat and not in a shape for this month, and then I come back to the training and I prepare for another fights. But this time is different. I will stay in 100% with a good shape for all year to take this fucking million.
Hey, go get that million, my man. Appreciate your time and good luck this season.
Thanks.
Anna.
Krzysztof, welcome to the PFL. What advantages do you feel from not cutting weight? And clearly in the PFL, middleweights that have moved up to light heavyweight have a good history, including Omar Yakhmedov, finalist last year, Rob Wilkinson, who's a champion, and Thiago Santos is also a former middleweight. So what advantages do you feel?
I'm not getting tired for this fight week. I'm just happy. I eat what I want. My weight is on point, so it's just more comfortable for me. I don't need to just thinking about weight and training every day and sit in a sauna for a couple hours. So this is great.
That's great to hear. And one more question for me. How much pride do you take in representing Poland? And if you were to win the belt, what would a parade in Poland look like?
I want to be first Polish fighter who gets this PFL belt.
Very nice. Best of luck on Saturday.
Thanks.
Lorenzo.
Hi, Krzysztof. It's good to talk to you, my man. You faced a lot of top-level competition over the past few years. You're a new face in this promotion. What can you tell the PFL fans and even the rest of the division about the experience you bring into the smart cage? Not so much physically, but mentally as well.
I just want to say I'm coming PFL for this fucking belt. This year is my year, and the belt will be on my hips this year.
Let's go. We know the gas tank is not an issue for you. You can take fights deep into the third round, and you're very successful when you do that. You now move up to weight to 205 pounds. You mentioned that your body's feeling good, and that's awesome. What can you tell us about how you approach those later rounds now that you're a little bit heavier in the light heavyweight?
I'm not too much heavier like when I fight with a 185, maybe like 10 pounds heavier. So it's not too much, but that's why I don't put too much weight on me, because I want to keep my athletics, my condition, like you say. And I feel great, even better, because I'm much stronger and I'm still fast and still athletic, and still I have my breakdance move, what I can show in this Saturday.
Is it safe to say that your middleweight days are behind you? Are you committed now to the 205 division?
One more time.
Are you committed to the 205 division? Or
Yes, we see what happens Saturday, but I'm ready to go in a 205 too.
All right, Krzysztof, thanks for talking to us. Appreciate the time. I can't wait for Saturday.
Thanks.
Jay Anderson, last one.
Hey, thanks very much, Krzysztof. There's been a lot of talk about the weight. What's your walk-around weight ahead of this fight?
My weight was for all camp was 218, close to 220. But when I come here, I was like 215 pounds. So now for today, I have like 208. So tomorrow I fight and I have 205.
Well, it's good to hear that it's going to be an easy cut. One of the standout aspects of the PFL format is that you get more points for finishes. and that'll help you in the playoffs moving forward. Does that change how you approach a fight? Are you looking for those finishes now?
I will looking for the finish. Of course, everybody wants 6 points or 5 points, but I don't put a pressure for myself to win this fight fast because you can control this, and I will do everything what my opponent let me do.
All right. Thanks very much. Best of luck in the fight.
Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I was there already.